Hello everyone, welcome. Sorry I didn't have a video last week. I don't know. We are getting to a point, I think, with Minecraft. I'm getting to a point where I want to play Minecraft more than Star Citizen. We're getting at a point with Star Citizen where I just don't see a point, where I just don't enjoy playing. I think I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because last week would have been a video where I was talking about, like, the looting stuff. They did the Star Citizen Live. Man, I don't know. There's some vibes that I just... I don't know, dude. I mean, basically, I don't think that Star Citizen Live gave us much new information. I think they mentioned that... they want... actually, a big thing, they mentioned that they want to get rid of... They don't want to sell gear, they want to sell cosmetics. So they want to sell the paints, and they don't want to sell a weapon with a special paint. They want to sell a paint for that weapon and that kind of a thing. Now, do they want to do it in a modular way? I'm not 100% sure, but where, like, oh, you have a woodland camo pattern. You buy a woodland camo, you get the pattern, and you get the colors. I don't know if it's that, or you just buy, oh, there's a Coda woodland camo, or a P4, or a Starlancer Max, or a Reliant, woodland camo thing. That seems like a ridiculous way to set it up, but I don't know anymore. Yeah, and I think basically all the information is a fundamental, basic idea of, like, how loot should work, and they didn't specify a lot of things. I'm trying to remember. There was one thing that... There was a question that was asked, and they sort of gave a real generic... Or I thought of it as a really generic answer. Also, we're going a little fast here. I forgot I didn't have my thingamabob on. Oh, I think it was, like, what stuff is going to be bought and what stuff isn't going to be bought. And they basically said, yes, there's going to be some stuff that isn't bought. They didn't really give any specific examples. Like, and, some places are going to have, some resource, or sell some stuff that other places won't. But, like, they didn't really specify, like, like, sniper rifles and light machine guns. You can buy them in Pyro, you can't buy them in Stanton. Is that supposed to be a thing? Is that not supposed to be a thing? Is that just for the sake of, encouraging loot, or is it not? And frankly, like, there's a lot of things that are like, yeah, I don't know if this... What am I looking at? No, that's... I think that's Blackjack. Also, it appeared to be getting some interesting thing where the game wants to freeze up every couple of seconds. I'm a little bit more cognizant of that because of a little bit more cognizant of that because of I've been having that kind of an issue in Minecraft. There are some times in life where your bun just wants to play Minecraft. And to be completely frank, that was where I was at last Saturday. I was actually downloading a bunch of mods, but anyway. Really? I mean, it's my own damn fault for not checking that I had a clear inventory. Because very much I don't, but anyway. And it wasn't just looting, it was also rewards and stuff, and it was kind of funny because they were like, oh yeah, if you want to get the ICD, yeah, you gotta go do Stormbreaker, and I'm like, I want the ICD, I don't want to do Stormbreaker, ergo, now I don't give a rat's ass about the ICD, and like, I don't know. Shit. There we go. Also, just since I have the P8 here, I don't know if you can see it. They do have a full auto indicator on the thing, and I thought it was fun. I don't know, like, okay, so somebody was like, it always had the full auto indicator, it's a giant conspiracy, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, calm down. Sorry, because I can tell you, these enemies are not shooting, are not responding with the veracity that I would imagine. Also, fuck, this thing shoots extremely slow. Like, Jesus. You definitely need a compensator on this to make it actually worth a damn. Guess I can make it work. There's a bunch of, I know specifically with, like, G3 and MP5 lowers, you can get, like, you get a parts kit, and then you have to get all the components not included in the parts kit and build one, if you want to build one. And the receiver itself is well, actually, I'm sorry, not the receiver. The trigger group, which has the safety selector, is a component that is an original component you can get pretty easily, and there you have a, even if it's a semi-auto trigger group, they just replace the old trigger group with a new thing, but it has, you know, it has a full auto selector, or it has a full auto, you know, iconography on the selector, even if you can't actually access it. That kind of a thing. And like, the idea, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other guns that have that in the real lives. That was a very long-winded way of saying, I saw one random obscure Reddit post and felt the need to nerd out on them in a video they'll never see. Anyway, yeah, the looting thing does irk me a little bit, though. It irks me because I just feel like it probably wouldn't take that much effort to make, like, a system that I would actually give a shit about. Like, because they could use literally any item in game, right? They could use any item in game for Wicklow trades, right? Absolutely, like, zero debate about this. Like, that's just a thing they could do. Like, why not Ninetales armor? Duster armor? Like, why not, like, give people a reward for going and exploring things, especially the Duster armor, because it's like, could you imagine, like, yeah, you could get a ship, but you need to get the legendary Duster armor, and it's like, well, okay, where the fuck do I get that? And you have to actually, like, go and do some search. I mean, there should be a better mechanism than, oh, you know, you have to go and get, you have to go, you know, online to look up, like, hey, what the fuck is this Dust Devil stuff? Oh, it's stuff that, there were some missions for it, but they never had in the back. You know? I mean, that kind of a thing would be awesome, but is not the current case. Also, I'm just gonna loot, or I'm just gonna drop off my loot here. And yeah, like, right now, I don't care. I just don't care. Like, okay, we all have to have the expectation that anything you grind for in the game right now, in alpha, whatever, is not going to persist. The only thing that, I mean, like, that, I mean, that matters to some degree, but, you know, like, the only thing that, you really should concern yourself with too much, if that's the case, then should be the events that give actual persistent rewards. And obviously, like, I just want to play the goddamn game. I am absolutely, like, I am comfortable with the fact that, yes, the game I'm currently playing is not the full one. There's going to be reworks, there's going to be bug fixes, there's going to be new features. Maybe even features that, you know, I think will be fine, and I'm actually going to completely hate. You know, like, I mean, that's a whole different conversation, really, but you know, 'tis a thing. Like, also, speaking of bugs with this goddamn thingamabob, but anyway, what was I saying? Like, the 890, like, listen, I just want goddamn good gameplay. Wicklow could be a nice, fun little thing to, you know, you go and get all this loot, and do stuff with that loot, but that just isn't the fucking case right now. Like, it's, like, I have absolutely zero goddamn interest in doing Stormbreaker. I have zero interest in actually doing the Hathor stuff. It's, you know, like, and, I mean, I guess it's really just a problem that, you know, like, existed with the first iteration of Wicklow. They kind of fixed it with, you know, by including the mercenary script, where, yeah, you could solo that stuff. And now they've just reintroduced the fucking problem. And, like, it's like, I don't know what the fuck CIG be thinking sometimes. Because, like, basically, I mean, like, I don't know, I'm like, oh, there are some people who, I don't know, I'm assuming they're having fun, and are upset but also having fun with, like, being like, I'm never gonna use Wicklow again, or, you know, like, Xenothreat was right all along, or whatever, and I'm like, okay, lol. But, I mean, I just, the way that they are treating Wicklow, like, I don't see any like personal I don't have any personal interest in using Wicklow with, especially because, dude, like, they made the Pulse, like, in the 421 PTU, at one point, the Pulse and the Nox, two hover bikes, they're small, they're cheap, very affordable. They were two Wicklow favors. Two Wicklow favors is like, with the amount of effort that it takes to get two Wicklow favors, you could probably buy, you know, 4 or 5. Maybe that's a bit extreme, but you could probably buy, at the very least, multiple, you know, Noxes or Pulses. With the, and now they've updated it to, instead of being 2 favors, which was, I mean, like, it is whatever, it is what it is, but it's overpriced, it is absolutely overpriced. They made it 5 favors. It's like, I mean, look, as a solo player, maybe there are some things that just should not be within my grasp, but, like, it feels like I don't, it feels like I don't, like, I shouldn't give a shit about anything. Like, there's nothing, like, there's just nothing to worth my time. Like, I don't know. Also, yeah, this mission do be bugged. Don't know where the last dude is, probably outside? Hopefully outside. We'll check. Spent 17 minutes just trying to do this one beginner mission. Oh my god. Speaking of things, I don't know. Okay, so there's the RSI Meteor, which is everybody hates before it's come out. Maybe not everybody. It's kind of funny. I don't hate the idea of the Meteor, but I also, like, I don't know. I don't think CAG. I just feel like CAG doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with anything this year. They mentioned an RSI heavy fighter based off of the Mantis, and that is 100% the Meteor, except that it's now a medium fighter, except it very clearly has the firepower of a heavy fighter, and is very much comparable to the thing. Is very much comparable to, you know, the Vanguard and the Guardian, except that honestly it kind of has just better firepower than the Guardian or the Vanguard. And it's like, okay. So I guess the idea with it is that it's a medium escort fighter, except we got it, like, in my mind, and I think I've just sort of, this is the truth because I've, you know, believed it so much, that, like, the, you know, I mean, like, the Vanguard and the F8, you know, those are two completely different ships. They're both labeled as heavy fighter, but that doesn't mean that it's really super accurate to call them that, right? Like, oh my god, what have I done? Okay. Guess I could just start blasting corpses, but... So yeah, is that... I mean, there's 5 here. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know if CAG's ever, like, described or implied that an escort fighter is a real fucking thing. I mean, frankly, it seems like they don't have an idea. Like, one very practical problem that people have, you know, mentioned is that, hey, like, these ships, like, small fighters, you know, don't have the range capacity of larger ships, so, like, it would be extremely, like, running an escort, like, in current game serves no purpose, but if there was a need for, hey, there's gonna be pirates, you need to be able to, you know, defend yourself, there is, like, there's no, like, it would be an insane logistical hassle just to be like, hey, I need, like, okay, so they have, you know, a tenth of the capacity. We need to, instead of me making one straight shot jump, maybe 2 jumps just to throw off any potential pirates, or something like that, you know, like, it's just, you know, instead of making 1, maybe 2 jumps, I have to make 10, just solely because of, based off the smallest range ship in the fleet. Like, that's, you know, and that's gonna happen. But for all I know, that's like, they don't have any distinguish, in their mind, they don't have any they don't distinguish the Vanguard from the F8. For all I know. I would hope they do, but I don't, I mean, and I'm sure that they have mentioned that, hey, that we need ships that, you know, have this different function, but I don't think I have not heard them ever say that. So the idea of a medium escort fighter, sounds extremely cool, except that also, I don't give a shit about ballistics, and it's kind of silly to me that, like, ballistics? Really? Like, I'm not gonna say that ballistics are useless, but I don't care about ballistics at all. Which also, I guess, okay, so yeah, by the way, this mission completely bugged, can't do it, you know, whatever. Okay, but yeah, sorry, what was I gonna say? I do find it extremely weird. I don't care too much about the meteor. I do think, I don't know, if I can make a conspiracy theory, does it seem weird that they're just like, pushing this whole, hey, this is like Disco's favorite ship, because it's not Disco's favorite ship, it's like, that's the Genesis. That is his favorite ship. I mean, I don't really believe that Disco, you know, like, I don't believe it's I can believe that Disco likes the Mantis and just wants it to actually have a purpose. I don't, there's nothing wrong with that thought. It just seems weird that it's getting pushed as much as it is. I still feel like the behind the ships, every behind the ships they ever do is just comes off as solely as a marketing thing for the sake of marketing. And like, I don't know. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be mean. But I do want to, like, but, I mean, honestly, I just don't give a shit about the Star Citizen Live stuff, or any of the video content. I'm gonna watch it, in the hopes that I actually do care about it, but at some point, I'm gonna get tired of it. And, like, that was, honestly, probably, like, 50% of why I was interested in Star Citizen, to be completely honest with you. And I don't know, the hope being that, like, hey, there's more interesting stuff to do in-game, there's more interesting rewards to get in-game. That hasn't happened. So, I don't know what to say about that besides, yeah, that, like, it's like, I just... Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Anyway, like, what else? They also mentioned the reworked, the concept for the new... They also mentioned the new concept for the inventory, which looked cool. I did think it was weird that it was like... five things wide. 5 things wide. Sorry, the 5 items wide. I think, like, everything looked really small. I think it would definitely be better if it was a little bit larger. At least the icons, not necessarily the UI itself. I mean, it looks good. They mentioned that, like, hey, there is absolutely zero expectation of this, like, happening anytime soon. All that stuff. Let's see, there was also the monthly report. I think it was last week. Might have been the week no. Yeah, because I think this is going to be a roadmap update week. I think the monthly report happened at the same time as the monthly... as the roadmap roundup. Anyway, they mentioned stealth armor in the the last roadmap roundup. The stealth armor from CitizenCon, calling it now. They're gonna sell it in a bundle. They're gonna sell it in a bundle with, and this is for 4.3, so it's not for 4.2.1. So it's a little ways out. They're gonna sell it in a bundle with the sniper rifle and a skin. Ooh, what's it gonna be a skin for? Because the Meteor... Oh no, is it gonna be the Kruger Light Fighter? No, probably not. That'd be insane. But, not insane, but a little unexpected. But it'll probably be a light fighter of some kind. Maybe not a light fighter. I don't know. They made a whole deal of, like, you know, being able to... Hey, that stealth armor is light armor, so you can pilot... You can, you know, do piloting in it, and you don't have any restrictions. Or debuffs. So... You know, that's a important thing to know. Keep in mind. But yeah, they'll sell it in a bundle. They're not going to sell it individually. And I'm not going to get it because why the fuck am I gonna spend 30 bucks on a bundle of things that when I only want one item, maybe. And like, they just, I don't know, because I mean, I guess they have to have made money off of the thing, or they would have changed their ways. Which is a shame, because like, I don't know, dude. It just seems like a shittier way to do. Because, like, the bundle is not cheaper. If they sold each individual item, I can't remember how much the price was for whatever. I'm tired. I had a cider. My thinker is not doing... I'm not firing on all cylinders, okay? But no, yeah, it's yeah. You know, the Vanguard and the Quartz SMG and the DCP armor, like, if you calculated the combination of all those things, they sold it in a bundle, which was... I don't know. I don't know if it was 30 bucks exactly, but whatever the price was, if you took the price of the DCP armor, if you took the price of any weapon on the gear store, if you took the price of the cheapest Vanguard paint, it would equal the value of that bundle. It might have been the more expensive paint on the Vanguard, I'm not 100% sure, but like, it does match 100%. It is not a bundle deal. It is just selling you 3 things at one time. Good night, everybody. Sorry. Now I'm I'm so pissed off with the Star Lancer, and it's like it's like quarter of a second probably. Like, just, you get out of the seat, you have to wait a quarter of a second to actually get out of the ship. Like, who the fuck? Who thought that was a good idea? Oh, also, I saw a thing, from Mr. Kraken, and actually, like, okay, if I'm gonna complain about the animation, I have to at least give them credit, because, and this might not be the same animator, or the same, well, yeah, because that's ship animation, I'm talking about character animation, or emotes. There are ASL emotes, which I think are really cool, and, I don't think you can actually access them by the emote wheel. Mr. Kraken did a video on them, and that is fucking awesome. Like, and also, I guess if I'm gonna shit on CIG as much as I am, it's good to know that, like, yes, they have that. They added ASL. They did add ASL emotes, which I think is literally the fucking coolest thing. Also, did you notice that my HP went from 40 to like 27 at a point, and I really did not have a moment to notice it. I think I probably could save a little bit of time running up those stairs. I want to say I could, but also it's kind of difficult to gauge. I also saw, I saw a, Astropub thing. God, I don't know. Astropub's cool. One day maybe I'll work up the nerve to, like... Sorry, somebody's ordered a fucking hamburger and fries on an 890? I mean, that's a power move of some kind. Maybe I'll work up the balls to ask, hey, can I be on the captain's table? That'd be cool. I watch enough of it to know that, I'm sure my opinions would be heard, if not welcome. They'd be welcome. They'd be welcome, but also, yeah. But no, seriously though, I did hear a thing, and like, I don't know, it's a... Like, there's an expectation. Several expectations in general that Astropub has. One of them, like... So the sniper armor, he was like, oh, well, I guess they're working on the scanning stuff. And like, no, they're fucking not. I mean, like, somebody's working on the scanning stuff in the background. I'm pretty confident that, like, work is being made on features. Just, like they said, is very slow. And the fact that we don't have, you know, a tech preview with engineering gameplay or FPS radar and scanning or anything like that, we don't have a good idea of how long those tech previews are actually, like, how long they think they're going to take. We don't know. We genuinely do not know, and that's an important thing to remember. I don't have any expectation of it being a short time, but I guess for the sake of argument it could. Where, like, yeah, that's the feature work that's, like, being really focused on, and instead of developing a bunch of other things, like, yeah, I mean, like, okay, we're gonna have the patch that adds engineering, people who are working on FPS radar and scanning are going to take a break, or going to get pulled off of it, so that we can work on... so that we can work on engineering and we can get it out faster. Which is, you know, I mean, like, I don't know if that's the plan. It seems like not a terrible, not an unreasonable plan. But yeah. And what else? I imagine it's gonna take a long time, though. I imagine it's gonna take, like, 6 months. Yeah. Oh, and, yeah. Well, yeah, the sniper armor and the scanning thing. Because the thing is that, like, in all fairness, the Antium armor does have the bug where it does have some version of the scanning gameplay attached to it. It's just not turned on, and it's not even remotely practical to try and use. But as, you know, it is actually in the game to some... on a very technical level. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool and it's good that that is the case, but it's just like, you also can see how much work they have to go with it, right? And, yeah. And, like, there's also gonna be, I mean, like, there's somebody, like, if I in particular really, really, really wanted, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Wow, okay. I mean, that was a gambit at the end of the day, but also, I don't know if I should have taken that much damage that quickly. I'm also still of the belief, and like, every time that somebody's like, this is the best time that Star Citizen's ever, been, I'm still like, I am looking at performance that looks like it's getting degraded, like, over time. Like, the servers, maybe the servers are better, maybe, like, they're healthier for a longer period of time, but, like, but they will still get to the unstable levels that they did before. It just takes longer because it's spread out over, more servers. I don't know. But yeah, it's a whole thing, I guess. Sorry, some player is having a ball of a time. They're like, I want to do two things. I want to do combat and mining. And they're like, like, I mean, like a fair... I mean, they have stuff. They've got 2 loops that they can switch back and forth between. I am like, I want to do ground FPS and crafting. Those are the things I really want to do. And like, maybe a little bit of salvaging, but like salvage, just at the end of the day, I guess doesn't really interest me that much. But I don't have crafting. The only fun thing I want to do is ground FPS. I don't want to do Stormbreaker. I don't have enough people to do Stormbreaker. I don't have enough people to do Hathor. I know people have... Allegedly, people have done Hathor solo, and like... I mean, okay. Alright. I can kind of believe that, honestly, but also I don't want to go through that entire thing. And there's literally nothing I care about that would be worth it, but that would be worth that. So, like, and like, I have no expectation, and like, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. We're over halfway through the year of stability. They definitely called it the year of stability, and then I think they started calling it the year of playability. And like, stability is an interesting term. People will take it out of context, and like, stability will mean whatever the fuck they want. And so there's an element of CIG says a thing and people hear something else. I think that's not completely unfair of an assessment, but also like, goddamn. I could tell you what, I've been playing more. I've just been like, I've just gotten bored. None of the new content interests me. I'm curious. I am curious about the Second Life thing, because the Second Life initiative, or resource drive, or whatever the fuck they want to call it, it does seem like that will be something worth sinking my teeth into. And like, there's actual rewards. Like, the Volt pistol is the only thing I actually give a rat's ass about, if I'm completely honest. But there's some combat missions, so I guess that's something. Yeah, there's some combat missions. There's some... What? What? Are you fucking kidding me? can't! Oh my god. I'm gonna try to bug my fucking way out of this, I guess, because there's nothing else I fucking can do. Oh my god, alright, I've just... any loot that I've gotten this stream is now... or this video, and any loot I had on my ship is now completely fucking null and void because of this. I'm just approaching the point where, you know, like, it was just kind of a pain to do. At some point it was just a pain to do, and I could suicide back. I could backspace. I could go get my fucking ship back. I don't know, maybe I'll do that. Jesus Christ. I think actually... is my regen point in the ship? Oh my god. I think it is. I hope it is. Oh, thank god. Okay. That's not the end of the world, but that could have, in another life, been an absolute... could have been just like the... okay, this is just me not playing Star Citizen for another 6 months. I'm getting to that point. I think I'm genuinely getting to that point. And hopefully the Second Life resource drive event thing is actually worth a damn. But again, it is what it is. The weapons is all I care about. The weapons is all I care about. And I'm gonna stop talking because I'm tipsy and I don't have anything else to say. So I stream Star Citizen on Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and yeah, and a bunch of other things as well. But yeah, if hopefully if I upload this at about the right time and you see it live, then, you know, twitch.tv/Rylu. If you if I've convinced you to play Star Citizen, my referral code is in the description. That's cool. Oh, the referral code stuff. The referral code stuff, I don't care about. The new referral ladder, I don't care about. It's kind of cool. People don't like it. I kind of agree with that for various reasons. It's not even worth talking about. More rewards more often, it's technically maybe true, except it's not often enough, and it's not stuff I care about enough to care, so... until next time, have a good day, great day even, Chowskis.